If you watch this video until the end, you will definitely pass your theory test on the first attempt. This is the latest official DVSA-style questions video out there. Today, we will go through 100 essential mock test questions, with the last 5 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Now, let's get started. Question 1. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Start of a speed limit at the boundary of a town or village. This is a start of a speed limit sign. It is found at the boundary of a town or village. Question 2. What vehicles should park here to contact the signal operator? Answer is A. Large or slow vehicles. Drivers of large or slow vehicles should park near a level crossing while contacting the signal operator. Question 3. You're driving along this road. What should you do if the red car cuts in close in front of you? Answer is B. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. There are times when other drivers make incorrect or ill-judged decisions. Be tolerant and try not to retaliate or react aggressively. Always consider the safety of other road users, your passengers, and yourself. Question 4. What makes the vehicle in the picture environmentally friendly? Answer is D. It's powered by electricity. Trams are powered by electricity and therefore don't emit exhaust fumes. They ease traffic congestion by offering drivers an alternative to using their car, particularly in busy cities and towns. Question 5. You're driving towards this level crossing. What would be the first warning of an approaching train? Answer is A. A steady amber light. The steady amber light will be followed by twin flashing red lights that mean you must stop. An alarm will also sound to alert you to the fact that a train is approaching. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. How can you make sure that a satellite navigation, sat-nav, system doesn't distract you when you're driving? Answer is D. Set it before starting your journey. Sat-navs can be useful when driving on unfamiliar routes. However, they can also distract you and cause you to lose control if you look at or adjust them while you're driving. Set the sat-nav before starting your journey, or pull up in a safe place before making any changes to it. Question 7. What should you do when you're overtaking a horse and rider? Answer is D. Go past slowly and carefully. Horses can be startled by the sound of a car engine or the rush of air caused by a vehicle passing too closely. Keep well back and only pass when it's safe. Leave them plenty of room. You may have to use the other side of the road to go past safely. Question 8. What should you do if you're driving a slow-moving vehicle on a narrow winding road? Answer is C. Pull in when you can, to let the vehicles behind overtake. If you're driving a slow-moving vehicle along a narrow road, try not to hold up fast to traffic. If you see vehicles following behind, pull over in a safe place and let the traffic pass before continuing. Don't wave other traffic past. This could be dangerous if you or they haven't noticed a hazard ahead. Question 9. What's most likely to increase fuel consumption? Answer is B. Harsh braking and accelerating. Accelerating and braking gently and smoothly will help to save fuel and reduce wear on your vehicle. This makes it better for the environment too. Question 10. If you're involved in a collision, what will reduce the risk of neck injury? Answer is A. A properly adjusted head restraint. If you're involved in a collision, head restraints will reduce the risk of neck injury. They must be properly adjusted. Make sure they aren't positioned too low. In a crash, this could cause damage to the neck. Question 11. What does it mean if your vehicle keeps bouncing after you sharply press down and release on the bodywork over a wheel? Answer is D. The shock absorbers are worn. If you find that your vehicle bounces as you drive around a corner or bend in the road, the shock absorbers might be worn. To test your shock absorbers, sharply press down and release above each wheel. If the vehicle continues to bounce, take it to be checked by a qualified mechanic. Question 12. How should you drive when you're driving along a road that has road humps? Answer is D. Maintain a reduced speed throughout. Road humps are there for a reason, to protect vulnerable road users by reducing the speed of traffic. Don't accelerate harshly between the humps. Put the safety of others first and maintain a reduced speed throughout the zone. Question 13. You have to make an unexpected journey. You're carrying a 5-year-old child on the back seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches, tall. How should you seat them if a correct child restraint isn't available? Answer is D. Using an adult seat belt. In journeys of unexpected necessity, and when a correct child restraint isn't available, the child must sit on the rear seat and use an adult seat belt. In a collision, unrestrained objects and people can cause serious injury or even death. Question 14. How much can stopping distances increase in icy conditions? Answer is B. 10 times. Tire grip is greatly reduced in icy conditions. For this reason, you need to allow up to 10 times the stopping distance you would allow on dry roads. Question 15. You're driving along a country road. You see this sign. What should you do after dealing safely with the hazard? Answer is D. Test your brakes. If your brakes have been thoroughly soaked, you should check that they're working properly before you build up speed again. Before you do this, remember to check your mirrors and consider what's behind you. Question 16. You're approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the traffic lights have failed? Answer is D. Be prepared to stop for any traffic. When approaching a junction where the traffic lights have failed, you should proceed with caution. Treat the situation as an unmarked junction and be prepared to stop. Question 17. What type of vehicle uses an amber flashing beacon on a dual carriageway? Answer is D. A tractor. An amber flashing beacon on a vehicle indicates that it's moving slowly or stopped and a possible hazard. Look well ahead on a dual carriageway and you should be able to see and respond to these vehicles in good time. Question 18. What might you expect to happen in this situation? Answer is D. Traffic will move into the left-hand lane. Be courteous and allow the traffic to merge into the left-hand lane. Question 19. Why should these road markings be kept clear? Answer is B. To allow children to see and be seen when they're crossing the road. The markings are there to show that the area should be kept clear. This is to allow an unrestricted view for or approaching drivers and riders or children wanting to cross the road. Question 20. You see a horse rider as you approach a roundabout. What should you do if they're signaling right but keeping well to the left? Answer is A. Stay well back. Allow the horse rider to enter and exit the roundabout in their own time. They may feel safer keeping to the left all the way around the roundabout. Don't get up close behind or alongside them, because that would probably upset the horse and create a dangerous situation. Question 21. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. With flow cycle lane. Usually, a picture of a cycle will also be painted on the road, and sometimes the lane will have a different colored surface. Leave these areas clear for cyclists and don't pass too closely when you overtake. Question 22. You're about to overtake a cyclist. Why should you leave them as much room as you would give to a car? Answer is C. The cyclist might be unsettled if you pass too near them. Before overtaking, assess the situation. Look well ahead to see whether the cyclist will need to change direction. Be especially aware of a cyclist approaching parked vehicles, as they'll need to alter course. Don't pass too closely or cut in sharply, as this could unsettle the rider. Question 23. You're turning right from a main road into a side road. There's no oncoming traffic. What should you do if pedestrians are standing on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? Answer is D. Wait and give way to the pedestrians. You should give way to pedestrians crossing or waiting to cross the road into which or from which you're turning. Be patient if they're cautious and take their time checking that it's safe before they step into the road. Question 24. Why should you allow extra room while overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? Answer is A. The rider may be blown in front of you. If you're driving in high winds, be aware that the conditions might make a motorcyclist, or cyclist, swerve or wobble. Take this into consideration if you're following or wish to overtake a two-wheeled vehicle. Question 25. You're towing a caravan. Which is the safest type of rearview mirror to use? Answer is C. Extended arm side mirrors. Towing a large trailer or caravan can greatly reduce your view of the road behind. You may need to fit extended arm side mirrors so that you can see clearly behind and down both sides of the caravan or trailer. Question 26. How can you use your vehicle's engine to control your speed? Answer is A. By changing to a lower gear. You should brake and slow down before selecting a lower gear. The gear can then be used to keep the speed low and help you control the vehicle. This is particularly helpful on long downhill stretches, where brake fade can occur if the brakes overheat. Question 27. When must you use dipped headlights during the day? Answer is B. When you're driving in poor visibility. You must use dipped headlights when daytime visibility is seriously reduced, generally to 100 meters, 328 feet, or less. You may also use front or rear fog lights, but they must be switched off when visibility improves. Question 28. You're on a 3-lane motorway. Which lane are you in if there are red reflective studs on your left and white ones to your right? Answer is B. In the left-hand lane. The colors of the reflective studs on the motorway and their locations are red, between the hard shoulder and the carriageway are white, between lanes are amber, between the carriageway and the central reservation are green, along slip road exits and entrances are bright green-yellow, at roadworks and contraflow systems. Question 29. When would you use the right-hand lane on a 3-lane motorway? Answer is C. When you're overtaking. The right-hand lane of the motorway is for overtaking. Sometimes you may be directed into a right-hand lane as a result of roadworks or a traffic incident. This will be indicated by signs or officers directing the traffic. Question 30. What should you do when there's an obstruction on your side of the road? Answer is C. Give way to oncoming traffic. Take care if you have to pass an obstruction, such as a parked vehicle, on your side of the road. Give way to oncoming traffic if there isn't enough room for you both to continue safely. Question 31. When may you drive over pavement? Answer is A. To gain access to a property. It's illegal to drive on or over a pavement, except to gain access to a property. If you need to cross a pavement, give priority to pedestrians. Question 32. How can you identify traffic signs that give orders? Answer is A. They are circular with a red border. There are 3 basic types of traffic sign: those that warn, those that inform, and those that give orders. Generally, triangular signs warn, rectangular signs give information or directions, and circular signs give orders. An exception is the 8-sided stop sign. Question 33. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Vehicles may park fully on the verge or footway. In order to keep roads free from parked cars, there are some areas where you're allowed to park on the verge. Only do this where you see the sign. Parking on verges or footways anywhere else could lead to a fine. Question 34. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. Contraflow bus lane. There will also be markings on the road surface to indicate the bus lane. You mustn't use this lane for parking or overtaking. Question 35. How should the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway be used? Answer is A. As an overtaking lane. You should stay in the left-hand lane of a motorway unless you're overtaking another vehicle. The right-hand lane of a motorway is an overtaking lane. It isn't the fast lane. After overtaking, move back to the left when it's safe to do so. Question 36. You're on a motorway. What should you do if there's a red cross showing on the signs above your lane only? Answer is C. Don't continue in that lane. A red cross above your lane shows that your lane is closed. You should move into another lane as soon as you can do so safely. Question 37. Which sign means there will be two-way traffic crossing your route ahead? Answer is B. This sign is found in or at the end of a one-way system. It warns you that traffic will be crossing your path from both directions. Question 38. Which sign means turn left ahead? Answer is C. Blue circles tell you what you must do, and this sign gives a clear instruction to turn left ahead. You should be looking out for signs at all times and know what they mean. Question 39. Why should you make sure that your indicators are cancelled after turning at a junction? Answer is D. To avoid misleading other road users. Leaving your indicators on could confuse other road users and may even lead to a crash. Be aware that if you haven't turned sharply, your indicators may not self-cancel and you'll need to turn them off manually. Question 40. When will a new car need its first MOT test? Answer is B. When it's 3 years old. The vehicle you drive must be roadworthy and in good condition. If it's over 3 years old, it must pass an MOT test to remain in use on the road, unless it's exempt from the MOT test. See Gov UK. Question 41. What should you do if you have to stop while you're going through a congested tunnel? Answer is B. Keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front. It's important to keep a safe distance from the vehicle in front at all times. This still applies in congested tunnels, even if you're moving very slowly or have stopped. If the vehicle in front breaks down, you may need room to maneuver past it. Question 42. How should a load be carried on your roof rack? Answer is A. Securely fastened with suitable restraints. Any load must be securely fastened to the vehicle. The safest way to carry items on the roof is in a specially designed roof box. This will help to keep your luggage secure and dry, and it also has less wind resistance than loads carried exposed on a roof rack. Question 43. You've just passed your driving test. What's the maximum authorized mass, MAM, of any trailer that you can tow? Answer is D. 3,500 kilograms. When you pass your driving test, you're allowed to tow a trailer up to 3,500 kilograms MAM without taking an extra test. If you want to tow a heavier trailer, you'll have to pass either a CE or DE category test, dependent on the towing vehicle. Question 44. What does this sign mean? Answer is A. Look out for buses and pedal cycles approaching from the right. This sign is a reminder to pedestrians to look out for buses and pedal cycles approaching from the right. Question 45. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Waiting prohibited 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for 4 consecutive months. This sign tells you that waiting is prohibited 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for at least 4 consecutive months. Question 46. You've broken down on a two-way road. You have a warning triangle. At least how far from your vehicle should you place the warning triangle? Answer is C. 45 meters, 147 feet. Advance warning triangles fold flat and don't take up much room. Use one to warn other road users if your vehicle has broken down or if there has been an incident. Place it at least 45 meters, 147 feet, behind your vehicle or the incident, on the same side of the road or verge. Place it further back if the scene is hidden by, for example, a bend, hill or dip in the road. Don't use warning triangles on motorways. Question 47. Which lights should you use when you're driving in a tunnel? Answer is D. Dipped headlights. Before entering a tunnel, you should switch on your dipped headlights, as this will allow you to see and be seen. In many tunnels, it's a legal requirement. Don't wear sunglasses while you're driving in a tunnel. Question 48. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Route for pedal cycles only. This sign shows a route that is for pedal cycles only. Question 49. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Vehicle checks. Temporary signs like this are put out when vehicles are to be stopped for an excise license check or vehicle inspection. Question 50. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. No right turn. This sign indicates that there is no right turn. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 1. Which sign can be used together with this plate? Answer is D. The roundabout sign. The following plate can be used together with roundabout or bend signs. Question 2. What does this sign mean? Answer is B. Trams crossing the road ahead. This sign warns you of trams crossing the road ahead. Question 3. What should you do before making a U-turn? Answer is C. Look over your shoulder for a final check. If you have to make a U-turn, slow down and ensure that the road is clear in both directions. Make sure that the road is wide enough for you to carry out the maneuver safely. Use your mirrors and look round to check it's safe before turning across the road. Question 4. You're waiting to turn right at the end of a road. What should you do if your view is obstructed by parked vehicles? Answer is B. Stop and then move forward slowly and carefully for a clear view. At junctions, your view is often restricted by buildings, trees, or parked cars. You need to be able to see in order to judge a safe gap. Edge forward slowly and keep looking all the time. Don't cause other road users to change speed or direction as you emerge. Question 5. You're driving your car. When may you use a handheld mobile phone? Answer is B. When you've parked safely. It's illegal to use a handheld mobile phone while you're driving, except in a genuine emergency. Even using a hands-free kit can distract your attention. Park in a safe and convenient place before receiving or making a call or using text messaging. Then you'll also be free to take notes or refer to papers. Question 6. Which vehicle will use a blue flashing beacon? Answer is C. Bomb disposal. Emergency vehicles use blue flashing lights. If you see or hear one, move out of its way as soon as it's safe and legal to do so. Question 7. What style of driving causes increased risk to everyone? Answer is C. Competitive. Competitive driving increases the risks to everyone and is the opposite of responsible, considerate, and defensive driving. Defensive driving is about questioning the actions of other road users and being prepared for the unexpected. Don't be taken by surprise. Question 8. Why is it a good idea to plan your journey to avoid busy times? Answer is D. You'll have an easier journey. No one likes to spend time in traffic queues. Try to avoid busy times related to school or work travel. Question 9. What can be damaged if you turn the steering wheel when the car isn't moving? Answer is B. The tires. Turning the steering wheel when the car isn't moving is known as dry steering. It can cause unnecessary wear to the tires and steering mechanism. Question 10. What may help to deter a thief from stealing your car? Answer is D. Etching the registration number on the windows. Having your car registration number etched on all your windows is a cheap and effective way to deter professional car thieves. Question 11. How will you benefit from following the manufacturer's service schedule for your vehicle? Answer is B. Your vehicle will remain reliable. All vehicles need to be serviced to keep working efficiently. An efficient engine uses less fuel and produces fewer harmful emissions than an engine that's running inefficiently. Keeping the vehicle serviced to the manufacturer's schedule should also keep it reliable and reduce the chance of it breaking down. Question 12. How can you help to prevent your car radio being stolen? Answer is D. Install a security-coded radio. A security-coded radio can deter thieves, as it's likely to be of little use when removed from the vehicle. Question 13. You're driving in freezing conditions. What should you do as you approach a sharp bend? Answer is D. Slow down gently. Harsh use of the accelerator, brakes, or steering is likely to lead to skidding, especially on slippery surfaces. Avoid steering and braking at the same time. In icy conditions, it's very important that you constantly assess what's ahead so that you can take appropriate action in plenty of time. Question 14. What type of vehicle could you expect to meet in the middle of the road? Answer is A. Lorry. The highest point of the bridge is in the center, so a large vehicle might have to move to the center of the road to have enough room to pass safely under the bridge. Question 15. What should you do as you approach this overhead bridge? Answer is C. Be prepared to give way to large vehicles in the middle of the road. Oncoming large vehicles may need to move to the middle of the road to pass safely under the bridge. There won't be enough room for you to continue, so you should be ready to stop and wait. Question 16. You're driving a car fitted with automatic transmission. When would you use kickdown? Answer is B. To accelerate quickly. Kickdown selects a lower gear, enabling the vehicle to accelerate faster. Question 17. Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlights in daylight? Answer is A. So that the rider can be seen more easily. A motorcycle can be lost from sight behind another vehicle. The use of headlights helps to make it more conspicuous and therefore more easily seen. Question 18. You've just passed your driving test. How can you reduce your risk of being involved in a collision? Answer is B. By taking further training. New drivers and riders are often involved in a collision or incident early in their driving career. Due to a lack of experience, they may not react to hazards appropriately. Approved training courses are offered by driver and rider training schools for people who have passed their test but want extra training. Question 19. You're traveling on a narrow section of road. What should you do if a horse rider ahead is riding in the center of the lane? Answer is C. Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. On narrow sections of road, horse riders may ride in the center of the lane. This is for their own safety as it makes them more visible. You should be patient and only pass when it's safe to do so. Question 20. You're about to reverse into a side road. What should you do if a pedestrian is waiting to cross behind your car? Answer is B. Give way to the pedestrian. If you need to reverse into a side road, try to find a place that's free from traffic and pedestrians. Look all around before and during the maneuver. Stop and give way to any pedestrians who want to cross behind you. Avoid waving them across, sounding the horn, flashing your lights, or giving any signals that could mislead them and create a dangerous situation. Question 21. Which road users are most difficult to see when you're reversing your car? Answer is C. Children. It may not be possible to see a small child through the rear windscreen of your vehicle. Be aware of this before you reverse. If there are children about, get out and check that it's clear before reversing. Question 22. You're following a long vehicle approaching a crossroads. What should you do if the driver signals right but moves close to the left-hand curb? Answer is D. Wait behind the long vehicle. When a long vehicle is going to turn right, it may need to keep close to the left-hand curb. This is to prevent the rear end of the trailer cutting the corner. You need to be aware of how long vehicles behave in such situations. Don't overtake the lorry, because it could turn as you're alongside. Stay behind and wait for it to turn. Question 23. Why should drivers be more careful on roads where trams also operate? Answer is C. Because trams can't steer to avoid obstructions. You should take extra care when you first encounter trams. You'll have to get used to dealing with a different traffic system. Be aware that trams can accelerate and travel very quickly, and they can't change direction to avoid obstructions. Question 24. What should you do while you're driving or riding along a motorway? Answer is B. Look much further ahead than you would on other roads. Traffic on motorways usually travels faster than on other roads. You need to be looking further ahead to give yourself more time to react to any hazard that may develop. Question 25. What's the national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway? Answer is C. 70 miles per hour. The national speed limit for a car or motorcycle on a motorway is 70 miles per hour. Lower speed limits may be in force, for example, at roadworks. Variable speed limits also operate in some areas when the motorway is very busy. Cars or motorcycles towing trailers are subject to a lower speed limit. Question 26. Where should you take particular care to look for motorcyclists and cyclists? Answer is C. At junctions. Motorcyclists and cyclists are often more difficult to see at junctions. They're easily hidden from view, and you may not be able to see them approaching a junction if your view is partially blocked, for example, by other traffic. Question 27. You're traveling in very heavy rain. How is this likely to affect your overall stopping distance? Answer is D. It will be doubled. The road will be very wet, and spray from other vehicles will reduce your visibility. Tire grip will also be reduced, increasing your stopping distance. You should at least double your separation distance to make sure you can stop safely in the space you've allowed. Question 28. What should you do when you're overtaking at night? Answer is B. Beware of bends in the road ahead. Don't overtake if there's a possibility of a road junction, bend, or brow of a bridge or hill ahead. There are many hazards that are difficult to see in the dark. Only overtake if you're certain that the road ahead is clear. Don't take a chance. Question 29. What's a rumble device designed to do? Answer is A. Alert you to a hazard. A rumble device consists of raised markings or strips, designed to give drivers an audible, visual, and tactile warning. These devices are used in various locations, including in the line separating the hard shoulder and the left-hand lane on the motorway and on the approach to some hazards, to alert drivers to the need to slow down. Question 30. Why is traveling in neutral for long distances, known as coasting, bad driving technique? Answer is B. There won't be any engine braking. Try to look and plan well ahead. Plan your approach to hazards and select the correct gear in good time. This will help give you the control you need to deal with anything unexpected that may occur. Question 31. You're on a motorway. What does it mean when a mandatory speed limit is displayed above the hard shoulder? Answer is B. The hard shoulder can be used as a running lane. A mandatory speed limit sign above the hard shoulder shows that this part of the road can be used as a running lane between junctions. You must stay within the speed limit. Look out for vehicles that may have broken down and could be blocking the hard shoulder. Question 32. What should you do if you're driving on a motorway and you miss the exit that you wanted to take? Answer is C. Carry on to the next exit. It's illegal to reverse, cross the central reservation, or drive against the traffic flow on a motorway. If you miss your exit, carry on until you reach the next one. Ask yourself why you missed your exit. If you think that your concentration is fading, take a break before continuing your journey. Question 33. You see these double white lines along the center of the road. When may you park on the left? Answer is C. To pick up or set down passengers. You mustn't park or stop on a road marked with double white lines, even where one of the lines is broken, except to pick up or set down passengers. Question 34. What's the nearest you may park to a junction? Answer is B. 10 meters, 32 feet. Don't park within 10 meters, 32 feet, of a junction, unless in an authorized parking place. This is to allow drivers emerging from, or turning into, the junction a clear view of the road they're joining. It also allows them to see hazards such as pedestrians or cyclists at the junction. Question 35. You're waiting at a level crossing. What must you do if a train passes but the lights keep flashing? Answer is B. Carry on waiting. If the lights at a level crossing keep flashing after a train has passed, you should continue to wait, because another train might be coming. Be patient and wait until the lights stop flashing. Question 36. Where would you find green reflective studs on a motorway? Answer is C. At slip road entrances and exits. Knowing the colors of the reflective studs on the road will help you judge your position, especially at night, in foggy conditions or when visibility is poor. Question 37. What should you do when you see this sign as you travel along a motorway? Answer is B. Leave the motorway at the next exit. You'll see this sign if the motorway is closed ahead. Pull into the left-hand lane as soon as it's safe to do so. Don't wait until the last moment before you move across, because the lane may be busy and you'll have to rely on another driver making room for you. Question 38. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. End of restriction. Temporary restrictions on motorways are shown on signs that have flashing amber lights. At the end of the restriction, you'll see this sign without any flashing lights. Question 39. What's the maximum fine for driving or riding without insurance? Answer is D. Unlimited. Driving or riding without insurance is a serious offense. As well as an unlimited fine, you may be disqualified or incur penalty points. Question 40. Who's responsible for paying the vehicle tax? Answer is C. The registered keeper of the vehicle. The registered keeper of the vehicle is responsible for paying the vehicle tax or making a statutory off-road notification, SORN, if the vehicle is to be kept untaxed and off the road. Question 41. When could the cost of your insurance be reduced? Answer is D. When you complete the Pass Plus scheme. The cost of insurance varies with your age and how long you've been driving. Usually, the younger you are, the more expensive it is, especially if you're under 25. Pass Plus provides additional training to newly qualified drivers. The scheme is recognized by many insurance companies, and taking this extra training could give you reduced insurance premiums, as well as improving your skills and experience. Question 42. There's been a collision. How can you help a driver who's suffering from shock? Answer is C. Reassure them confidently. A casualty suffering from shock may have injuries that aren't immediately obvious. Call the emergency services, then stay with the person in shock, offering reassurance until the experts arrive. Question 43. At an incident, how could you help a small child who isn't breathing? Answer is B. Open their airway and begin CPR. If a young child has stopped breathing, first check that their airway is open and then begin CPR. With a young child, you may only need to use one hand and you shouldn't press down as far as you would with an adult. Continue the procedure until the child is breathing again or until a medical professional takes over. Question 44. At an incident, a casualty is unconscious but breathing. When should you move them? Answer is C. When there's a risk of further danger. Don't move a casualty unless there's further danger, for example, from other traffic or fire. They may have unseen or internal injuries. Moving them unnecessarily could cause further injury. Don't remove a motorcyclist's helmet unless it's essential. Question 45. What should you do if an instrument panel warning light comes on while you're driving? Answer is A. Check out the problem quickly and safely. Make sure you know what the different warning lights mean. An illuminated warning light could mean that your car is unsafe to drive. If you aren't sure about the problem, get a qualified mechanic to check it. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your theory test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 46. What would be affected if you carry a very heavy load on your vehicle? Answer is B. The vehicle's handling. Any load will have an effect on the handling of your vehicle, and this becomes worse as you increase the load. You need to be aware of this when carrying passengers or heavy loads, fitting a roof rack or towing a trailer. Question 47. What does this sign mean? Answer is C. No stopping. No stopping, not even to pick up or set down passengers. Question 48. What does this sign mean? Answer is D. Nature reserve. Symbols are often used to indicate the type of destination. This one is for a nature reserve. Question 49. You are traveling on a road and spot this sign. What does it tell you? Answer is B. Traffic merges from the left. This warning sign tells you about merging traffic on your left. Question 50. You are traveling along a road and spot this sign. What does it tell you? Answer is C. Double bend first to the left. This triangular sign warns you about a double bend to your left. For more practice and updates, click on the video you're watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your theory test. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.